Hey, good morning. It's Friday, November 14th, and we're going to solve today's New York Times crossword puzzle. This is the Cross Boss channel. My name's Morgan, and it's Friday, so we're expecting a challenging, themeless puzzle from Maleka Handa, whose name I do not recognize. We're getting close to that long streak, 40 more days, and we'll be riding off into the sunset, celebrating all of our collective successes. Thank you for all your support to this point. 147, that's pretty good. Today is Friday the 14th, and it's opening day of the ski season here in Vail, Colorado. It doesn't feel like it. It's probably going to be like 60 degrees today, beautiful sunny day. So good luck to everyone out there skiing. Watch out for your ACL and hope for the best. I won't be skiing in the super near future, so I'm going to put that one off for a little while. What else is going on? Patriots won last night. Very happy about that. Trying not to get too excited about the Patriots, but man, they look good, and Drake May is he's my guy, and very happy that my football team has a quarterback for the next decade or so. Fingers crossed, who knows. Man, I just jinxed the crap out of that. I can't believe I said that. Sorry, Drake. But he's looking great. Patriots look good. And yeah, so that's fun. It's Friday. It's themeless. Let's do it. Hope your week went well. I hope that wherever you are, if you are a skier, that your ski conditions are better than here. It's kind of a bummer. But I'm not a big early season skier unless it's excellent conditions, and this season does not qualify. So, yeah, that's all I got. That's enough pre-ramble. Let's crack into the puzzle. Eating plan that attempts to mimic Stone Age conditions. Well, that's the paleo diet. It's different from randomness mathematically. I don't know. Unsolved mysteries. Pasta shape similar to ziti. That's penne, right? It's funny how many pasta shapes there are. Like, when we had 10 good pasta shapes, why did they keep going? Why did they keep generating new ones? Despite its name, it's not alcoholic. Like ginger beer? No. Yeah, I'm not really sure. Subscription prices. Are those just rates? Could be. Celery stalk. I'm undecided on celery. Sometimes I love it, sometimes I hate it. I put it in my salad last night and I was like, this tastes a lot like celery, so I don't know. Pineapple and cranberry for $2 in New York. Pineapple and cranberry, interesting. Material for a certain pocket. I want to say pita, like a pita pocket, but is that a material? I don't know. That's weird. Shape of a charm that Simone Biles wears on a necklace. I'm unfamiliar with Simone Biles's neckwear, so not sure. Toy Story antagonist, is that Sid? Sid? I think so. I probably saw Toy Story like when it came out. Don't think I ever saw the sequels. That's a throwback for me. Where to set a cocktail garnish? The rim, right? Command that initiates a chase. Sick'em. Avengers something. Film in Marvel's Infinity Saga. Well, I think that's Endgame, right? Another series of movies I'm not super familiar with. It just doesn't resonate with me. These are movies that you definitely need to see in the theater, and I didn't. Resource used in 67 Across. Well, what's that? A video game in which users... Well, that's going to be Minecraft. Another thing I am deeply unfamiliar with, but I know that that's the answer. You get ore and stuff, and that's probably what that is. One time I was at my brother's house in Massachusetts on Halloween, and this kid came in like a really good Minecraft costume, and I was like, oh, What are you dressed as? He was unimpressed. This is sag paneer, which I think is a double A, right? Sag paneer. Be in one's good graces. There you go. Ooze is seep. So far, this is going pretty smoothly. Live or live. I was going to say exist, but I think this is probably thaw. Be unchill. I'm just going to circle back on that one. Board game that begins with players choosing college versus career. Is that... Yeah, I don't know. I cannot handle this right now. I'm guessing this puzzle was constructed by a person younger than me, because a lot of these references are youngish. One option in a subscription service. I told you, see? They form when snow melts and refreezes. Well, those are icicles. I live in a place with some dangerous icicles that constantly threaten my life during the winter season. Created unpleasant driving conditions. Like iced up? No. Por supuesto, of course. But of course I took Spanish for a million years in school. Instapost is a pick. Needing a 34-inch inseam, maybe. Tall? Does that make you tall? Not really, right? Does that make you... It's not like particularly tall, right? Roman Empire invader. Is that a more? More? Could be. Verb in each of the first three sentences of the Gettysburg Address. I don't know. I'm not sure about that. A British natural historian, Attenborough. That's David Attenborough, right? He did Planet Earth, I think, right? They're the subject of more than 200 million catalogs a year. The subject of more than 200 million catalogs a year. Common things in processed foods. Like additives. I bet it's additives. Iranian money. I'm not sure about that. Fruit that can be used to add highlights to your hair. That's a lemon. But you can just wait for your hair to lighten naturally, as time will gray you. So, that's a little life hack right there. Liner notes. I don't know about that. Wow, 6.5 minutes. That's a long first pass. However, this is more stuff than I usually fill in, so I'm hopeful that that's a good sign, but pretty long first pass. Cool in streaming slang. Don't know that. Like streaming slang. So a honeybee genus. Fast time. Oh, Lent is when you fast. Not a big Lent guy. Captivate is in... Captivate. Engage. Wild cats, whose name comes from Nahuatl. Those are ocelots. Not really sure what an ocelot is. Is it like a lynx, maybe? Aesthetic associated with classic literature and vintage fashion. An aesthetic associated with classical literature and vintage fashion. God. This must be God is a woman, right? That's That's what it looks like to me. Fish that can be 12 feet long, those would be eels. Gross. 12-foot long eel would be not something I want to encounter in the wild. A fly that causes sleeping sickness is a tsetse fly. Tsetse. Lifeguard skill is CPR. A whole bunch is a heap. Probably. Different from randomness. How to be an... I don't know that author. How to be an... Non-recurring payment is a one-time fee. There you go. A bit on a bun is a sesame seed. I love sesame seeds. I use them a lot. Big fan. And it is PETA. How about that? Well done. So this must be chaos. Randomness is not chaos. How to be an anti-racist would seem appropriate there. Board game. Oh, life. Life. And gal. Okay. Beyonce song subtitled Put a Ring on It. These must be streets. Oh, and this is single ladies. Put a ring on it. So Sid. Okay, there we go. Yeah. Be unchill. Could be thaw. I'm still kind of kicking that around. Teen drama that revolves around the scandalous lives of Manhattan elite. That is Gossip Girl. Oops. Starring Blake Lively, right? I don't think I've ever seen Gossip Girl, but I am certainly aware of it. Ingredient that resembles soil in dirt pudding is an Oreo cookie. I'm trying to remember last time I had an Oreo. Man, are they good. Command that initiates a chase. Oh, whoops. Squad that trains athletes for the pros is... Squad that trains athletes for the pros. Understand is to get, yeah. Group of whales is a pod. So that's not icicles. Interesting. Ice something. Interesting. Lean to one side, that's probably tilt, yeah. Little rest is a nap. I gotta say, the older I get, the more nappy I am. Shut again as a gate. That's re-latch. Oh, but what do we have? This looks wrong, right? Created unpleasant driving conditions. Sleeted. So this is... That is tier, right? Sleeted. Oops. Sleeted. Horror character known as the Mistress of the Dark, Elvira. What was... Like, when I was growing up, there was a show with Elvira on it. And was it just the Elvira show? I can't... But she hosted, like, a late-night show, and... I don't remember. Ring in many Renaissance paintings is a halo. Edie Falco of Sopranos fame. This looks like it's going to be Ivan. Minor notes. Adroit is deft. ID, social security number. Cellular data plan is DNA. It's an interesting clue. I can't decide if I really like or really don't like that, but cellular data plan. No, that's good. It's badly in need of a pick-me-up. Like a sty. Oh, and this would be sea shanty. There we go. All right, 1244. We're getting there. Unsolved mysteries are open cases. Despite its name, it's not alcoholic. Ginger ale. Huh. I said ginger beer like an idiot. Shape of a charm that Simone Biles wears on a necklace. Shape of a charm. Command that initiates a chase. Go get 'em. Right? Live or live. Live or live. I cannot handle this right now. They form when snow melts and refreezes. Ice dams. Okay, that works. Needing a 34-inch, so it is tall. Does that make you tall, though? I feel like, because I mean, I don't know. That's not that much taller than me. Roman Empire invader is a Goth. Verb in each of the first 3 sentences of the Gettysburg Address. What is this? Subject of more than 200 million catalogs are IKEA's. Iranian money is a rial. So what is this? Trains avid. Is it a feeder team? Could this be not go get 'em? Initiates a chase. Go. Yeah, so done. I think it's a feeder team. Command that initiates a chase. Verb in each of the first 3. Captivate must be engage, right? Oh, go fetch. There we go. Aesthetic associated with classical literature and vintage fashion. Dark academic. Dark academic. Be unchills. I'm going thaw here now. Live. Oh, dwell. There we go. So what? Oh my god. Just misspelled ocelot. Like an idiot. Goat. Oh, wow. I don't love that. Goat, of course, being an acronym for greatest of all time. That's pretty unlovable. Dark. Beats it, scrams, and R. That took a little longer than usual, but I feel like that was kind of on the easier side. Some interesting fill, some stuff that, we might not see all the time. Paleo diet, of course, leading it off. Sea shanty. Apparently there's a whole world of sea shanties on TikTok. Like, that's a thing. People sing sea shanties. I don't know. What a world. Anyways, 1619, that's pretty good. It's Friday. We solved it. We got to 148-day streak. Thank you for your assistance. Really appreciate it. Let's have a look. Eating plan that attempts to mimic Stone Age conditions is the paleo diet. Diets in general, I'm like, be healthy, eat healthily, and be aware of the things that you consume. But I don't know, all these specific diets where you eat lots of this and not lots of that. I've got a bunch of friends on like a high protein diet where you eat as many grams of protein per day as your body weight. And I don't know if you've ever had a protein shake, but it is, disgusting synthetic sludge. And there's just no world where putting that into your body makes you more healthy. So no offense to you if you are on a high protein diet. I'm all in favor of protein, but prefer to get it from eggs and meats things that occur naturally. I tried some high protein stuff and it's gross. Ugh. Even the smell of it. It's different from randomness mathematically as chaos. Open cases are unsolved mysteries. Pasta shape similar to ziti is penne. I've gotten a lot more into penne as I've gotten older. I used to be a straight linguine guy, and I think I got that from my dad mainly. I don't think he really branches out much from like a traditional linguine shape. But some of these things with all these curves and contours, nooks and crannies, they really just soak in all the juices and sauces and, find a nice little vegetable stuck into a cranny of a ziti. Anyways, ginger ale. Big fan of ginger ale. Better than ginger beer. Yeah, it's the superior ginger beverage. Subscription prices are rates. Celery into the stock. Streets. Interesting pineapple and cranberry streets. I'd be curious to know how those got their names. Pita pocket. Yep, that's a natural material for making a pocket. This one kind of kills me. I mean, Simone Biles is the GOAT. I'm not arguing that. It's just kind of unlovable. It's the kind of thing LeBron James would do. And, yeah. Sid is our Toy Story antagonist. Maybe it's time for a Toy Story rewatch. I literally think I probably saw this. What did this come out in, 1997 or something? And I probably saw it then in high school and never again. Garnish a cocktail on the rim. Go fetch. End game. I will say that this cluing is pretty literal. I think the fill in this puzzle is solid, and the cluing could use a little more spice to it. Ore is used in Minecraft. Sag paneer. We have one, not even an Indian restaurant in Vail. It's more like Himalayan restaurant, and it's in a hotel that is being torn down to make some more high-end condos, which is the last thing we need here, and we're losing our one kind of remotely Indian place, the only place I can get samosas around here, so crap. Maybe I should get samosas tonight just to enjoy it while I can. Be in one's good graces. Seep or ooze. Dwell is to live your life. The board game Life, that's a real throwback. I've played this many, many times when I was younger. I remember I had this spinner, and it was the worst spinner ever, and you could just easily spin it kind of off of its axis, and poorly. It was a well conceptualized game that was poorly engineered, maybe. I am so done. Tier in a subscription service. I just more and more, I'm like, if I need to subscribe to it, I'm out. Just hard out. I got a new car in May, and it came with XM radio, Sirius XM radio. And I bet they called me 100 times before my trial subscription lapsed. And just yesterday, I got an email from them saying, "Don't you miss us?" And I was like, "No, I hate you. And if I could just put $100 into the mail and have this subscription, I would buy it. But I do not want to have a relationship with you, Sirius XM radio. Sorry. I told you. See? Ice dams. Yeah. Sleeted. Yep. Sleet is unpleasant. We can all agree on that. Por supuesto. Instapick. Tall. Goth. R. David Attenborough. IKEA's 200 million catalogs a year. Come on, man. What world do we live in? Why, catalogs? Physical catalogs that need to be printed on paper? Come on. Additives are things in processed foods. I recently read this book, Ultra Processed People, and it's about us. Sorry, spoiler alert. Most of the stuff that we're consuming is pretty pretty much poison. Yeah. Eat whole foods. Reals or Iranian monies. Minecraft Lemon for our hair highlights. Sea Shanty. I already did my Sea Shanty TikTok thing. Go check it out if you're on TikTok. It's weird. Cool in streaming slang is Pog. All right. I don't. And honeybee genus is Apis. Apis. What? I mean, like apian, right? Apiary. APIS. That's these two next to each other. I'm not a fan of that. Lent is fast time. We just needed more of this kind of clue, more wordplay misdirection stuff. For Friday, the cluing is just too literal to engage me. Ocelot spelled Ocelot, ocelot. Yeah. Yep. I can't believe I misspelled that. Ocelot. Aesthetic associated with classical literature is dark academia. This doesn't ring any bells. Classical literature and vintage fashion. I'm picturing Harry Potter now, and they've all got, a shirt and tie with the cape and the glasses or whatever. But I don't think I've ever heard this term. And it's interesting that it's associated with both classical literature and vintage fashion. It just doesn't ring any bells for me. God is a Woman, hit by Ariana Grande. I couldn't pick Ariana Grande out of a lineup, I don't think, so. Oh, wait. She's the one. Is she the one in Wicked? Because I could pick her out of a lineup. I've seen enough red carpet meme stuff. That's how out of touch I am. I'm about to turn 44 years old, and boy, feeling every bit of it. My back hurts. Fish that can be 12 feet long are eels. That's so gross. Things in the water. There's so many icky things in the water. Tsetse fly, another thing that you don't want to encounter in the wild because they will cause sleeping sickness and you're just, could fall asleep. CPR, HEAP, anti-racist. How to be an anti-racist. I don't think I've ever heard of that. Without diving too deep in here, I feel like that's a tough title for a book because someone who is a racist is not going to be inclined to read that book, and that's who needs to read it. So, I don't know. One-time fee. Yeah, there you go. Sesame seed. Yeah, sesame seed. Great. Burger King had it figured out when they put sesame seeds on their bun. Why didn't McDonald's adapt? I don't know. But either way, don't eat either of those places because there's all the additives from the processed food. Single ladies, Beyonce. I've got some friends who have gone to see Beyonce in Las Vegas, similar age to me, the last couple years, like flown to Vegas, stayed there for several days to go see a Beyonce concert for many, many hundreds of dollars. Men and women, both. It's a group of people. Yeah, not my thing, but hey, probably a lot of single ladies though at a Beyonce show, I would guess. Be unchill is to thaw. I like that one. It's just like simple, elegant, not too complicated. Initials for the old East Germany, DDR. Wow. Thank goodness the crossers were easy because I don't think I would have gotten DDR. DDR. Deutsch something Republic? Maybe. Gossip Girl. Oreo cookie. Ingredient that resembles soil in dirt pudding. Dirt pudding, even if you know what's in it, I don't know. You lose me when you say dirt. I don't want to put that in my mouth. Now I'm thinking about dirt. Feeder team is a squad that trains athletes for the pros. Yup. Gal is a lass. Get is to understand. Pod of whales. Lean to one side is to list. Nap. Relatch, to latch again. Scrams beats it. Elvira. Now I'm really curious what the show was. Was she... I feel like it was like back-to-back with Tales from the Crypt or something, but... I mean, this is etched in my brain, the image of Elvira on late-night TV, but I'm not sure in what context. Halo. Interesting that we got Ring in many Renaissance paintings, and we got Halo instead of the video game Halo, which would seem more in line with the way this puzzle's constructed and my speculation that this is a younger constructor. Halo and Minecraft, like hand in hand, right? Maybe, I don't really know. They're probably on different systems and probably have very little overlap for all I know. Edie Falco, Ivan Bunin. That's a tough one, man. And I feel like there's I'm trying to think, like Ivan Reitman, right? Who else? I don't know. Adroit is deft. Social security number. Boy, are people my age and younger all getting screwed by Social Security. Spend our whole life paying into it and won't see a dime of it. Thank you. DNA is a cellular data plan. That's good. I'm revisiting this now, and yeah, good, solid wordplay, misdirection, terrific. And it's badly in need of a pick-me-up as a pigsty. I don't know. This one was fine. I don't have any particular problems here. Wasn't the goat puzzle, but it was solid. And, as much as it feels a little bit easy with the literal cluing, I think that the unusual fill kind of made up for it. 1619 is, on the longer side. Not longer side, but it's not on the shorter side for a Friday solve. Anything under 15 minutes, I usually consider that a pretty quick one. So, yeah, I don't know. It's okay. Maleka Handa, you have given us a solid Friday puzzle. But the cluing, I would have much rather this took 5 extra minutes because the cluing was more complicated and less direct. And there are a lot of this is just the name of a pop song, right? This is the name of a popular television show. This is the name of a popular movie, so they're just kind of more references. Minecraft, right? Like just a video game that is well known, and I don't know. I don't know how you could clue this in an interesting way. I guess you can't really. Yeah, I don't know. It's okay. That's all I got. It's Friday. I slept poorly last night. My brain's not, working very well. So maybe the 1619 was more just because I'm a little sluggish today. Who knows? But it's Friday. We solved the puzzle. We got our streak up to 148. And boy, yeah, we'll be looking at that long streak. It's within sights. So I'm having a hard time putting sentences together at the moment, I guess. Not my best ramble. The rest of the weekend, I don't know. I could potentially do a solve tomorrow. I don't really have any reason why I couldn't, other than another bad night's sleep and my brain won't work well enough to do a Saturday puzzle. But yeah, I just, like I mentioned, my 44-year-old almost body is just absolutely killing me. My back is killing me, and I've been sleeping poorly as a result, and hoping to get past that soon, because yeah, this winter's going to be no fun if I'm actually feeling my age. But I'm sure you guys all know that game. Whatever your age is, I'm sure that you're probably feeling it. I got to stop rambling here because I got nothing. Like I said at the top of the video, this is the Cross Boss channel. My name is Morgan, and this is what we do here. We solve this puzzle and tell you what we thought about it. So if you enjoyed watching, then click the like button. Then I know you liked it. And if you want to see more of this type of content, then you can just subscribe to the Cross Boss channel, and it will come straight to your feed. How amazing is that? Technology just... So like it, subscribe it, and most importantly, I hope you'll join me again next time for another solve of the New York Times crossword. Thanks. Bye.